Yes, sir, our team's already confirmed it's the Ghost Rider, but we believe he wasn't alone. Yes, I know, but we can't ignore the fact that there were other things like him around. We need to follow the trail. Hello? Hello? That son of a... Ah!
Daniel Ketch is no stranger to stupidity in the workforce. In fact, a huge amount of his job relies on punishing the stupidity of others. He had hoped in times of bigger crisis that stupidity would take a back seat in doing the right thing, but clearly Detective Ketch needed a reminder of a huge part of his job description. The section right under Serve and Protect clearly says, deal with idiots. He knew when he was called down to Hell's Highway this morning that there would be red tape the moment Ghost Rider came up in discussion. But he didn't think that the reasons behind this red tape would be so unneeded. To quote, "We cannot have the public fearing more than one monster out on our streets." While Ketch is all for reducing citywide fear and panic, the problem with this plan is that they are not hosts to a city of idiots. Anyone with a cell phone and Wi-Fi can become a better news reporter and a better politician than the ones actually in charge.
You know, you could have just left me back at the house. You didn't need to bring me here.
Detective Ketch turns over to the young girl in his car, the one he has been raising since her parents passed on.
I didn't feel comfortable leaving you in the house by yourself, Tifa. Close the door, you're gonna get the car cold.
Tifa steps out of the car and into the cold weather, bundling up her jacket close to her chest.
So you brought me to Hell's Highway instead. Yeah, clearly the best choice. For the Death Watch street gang runs this area with an iron fist.
Death Watch has been quiet lately. Of course, that has me on edge too.
If I didn't know you any better, I'd say you were paranoid.
Huh. Maybe.
Don't you need to investigate? Shake people down or something?
I was.
Detective Ketch points over to a small group of people arriving on the scene.
Then they stepped in. Don't ask me their names, because I don't know them, but once they arrive, we are told to close shop on all cases involving the Ghost Rider. After all, he is the bad guy.
You make it sound like you don't believe your own press conferences.
Oh, I believe the Ghost Rider is wild, reckless, and dangerous. But I'm not sure if he's to blame for everything that happens in this town.
Like here?
Yeah, like here. So, instead of doing my job, I gotta stand here and look official. May as well be back home.
Tifa gives a sigh and reaches into her jacket pocket.
I was going to wait till later, but seeing as if you're not doing anything...
She holds out a small gift that Ketch regards with some slight surprise.
Gifts? I said we didn't have to do anything for Christmas.
Yes, but you didn't say anything about before Christmas.
She gently wiggles the gift box. Ketch frowns but takes it. Since he really couldn't be doing anything right now, he opened the gift box. Inside was a new set of shot glasses, cleanly polished and unused.
You were complaining you didn't have any good shot glasses anymore, so I thought you would like them.
Yes. They're good. Thank you.
Merry pre-Christmas.
You too.
Ketch smiles despite himself, then pauses as he hears a sound.
Tifa, did you leave the radio on?
Huh? Crap, yes, I did. Hold on.
Tifa opens the car door to turn the radio off, but before she does, Ketch suddenly grabs her arm.
What are you...
Wait.
He lets go of her arm and turns up the broadcast. It wasn't a song or a news announcer. No, it was someone with a garbled voice modifier.
People of our city. You do not know my name, but I have been among you for quite some time. I watched our city fall into darkness of politicians and corrupt cops, and frankly, I am sick of it. I am sick of it all. So I acted. I did something about it. I am out on the streets, giving the criminals who pollute our city the justice they so rightly deserve. While your corrupt cops sit on their asses, receiving their paychecks, and the Ghost Rider goes off to deal with freaks, I am here, fighting the home front on my own. I am here to interrupt your holiday cheer for a brief announcement. I will unveil the ultimate corruption in the next few months, and in my campaign some of you may feel the need to stand in my way. Don't. We're on the same side, believe it or not, except I am much better at my job. Oh, and, if we're keeping score, then me 1, Ghost Rider 0. We're on the same side, believe it or not. Except I am much better at my job. Oh, and, if we're keeping score, then me 1, Ghost Rider 0.
That was the radio broadcast that was played this morning. Imagine the shock of several stations and its listeners when they were putting in what they thought was a new single from the singer named Foggy Nelson, only to be met with this broadcast. When we spoke to all the station owners, each of them said that they were in contact with this Foggy Nelson for months. Yet it turned out they were only speaking to a ghost.
Kairi, did you hear about...
I'm listening to it now.
Oh, sorry. Turn the volume up a bit.
Complete with a music track and everything. However, after this morning's broadcast, the website itself has vanished. What's even more interesting is that the tracks the station reported hearing were actually stolen from local bands here in our city. The bands have held comment whether they will sue for damages. But one thing is clear. The event was premeditated. Police will not comment if this is the work of the DD Vigilante that has been taking out street gangs in Hell's Highway. Stay tuned to this channel for more updates as we learn more.
Kairi muted the TV volume and set down the remote, leaning back on her sofa.
I thought they were going to report about Ghost Rider in Hell's Highway last night. Nearly every other channel did.
Nearly every other channel also degraded down into scandalous rumors about him as well. Everything from being a horseman of the apocalypse to starting a cult.
At least one station is honest. Well, mostly honest.
And that's Sora's mother, you know.
Kairi's eyes widen slightly as she turns her head around to her sister.
It is?
You never guessed? Shimomura isn't exactly a popular last name. She's been reporting for several years now.
I never really paid attention to the news until election time. And now...
Ghost Rider, I know.
Kairi was going to ignore it, but there was something about that sentence that made her uncomfortable.
Could you not say it like that? It sounds like I'm obsessed.
In a very surprising action, Namine moved over to Kairi's backpack, which was left on the table from yesterday, and pulled out one of her notebooks. Flipping open its pages, she put it down on the sofa next to Kairi.
We long passed that stage.
It was supposed to be filled with science notes, and there was some. But at some point, the science notes degenerated into a question underlined about 1 million times. Who is the Ghost Rider? There was also some assorted doodles and a small list of known Ghost Rider appearances.
Okay, so science class was really boring yesterday. It happens.
Does it happen every day?
Namine flipped through the past pages to show similar questions and doodles.
Kairi, several months ago, when we went to Hell's Highway, the only reason I went is that I thought once you knew he wasn't real, you would let it go. But now, all you ever do is obsess about it, to the point where you almost damaged Dad's image on TV. You of all people, the very person Dad wants by his side in almost everything.
What's wrong with me taking an interest in him? Everyone in the city has.
Namine suddenly became really quiet, as if trying to stress the importance of this next sentence.
You know, Dad wants him taken down, Kairi. He's gonna get rid of him.
Kairi stood up from her sofa, moving to her computer, mostly in a move to hide her conflicted feelings about this.
I know. But I'm sure he will change his mind once he sees how much the Ghost Rider has done for this city.
Somehow, Namine doubted that particular reason, but didn't really feel like arguing with her about it. For now, anyway.
Fine. Don't forget, Dad wants us today at his office. Apparently he wants everyone present during this big... I don't know what it is exactly. Some sort of Christmas event thing. Mom wants us to leave now so we can get there early. Kairi, are you listening?
Namine turned her head over to the computer where Kairi was. Her sister seemed to be transfixed with an email on the screen. She couldn't read it from here, but whatever it said seemed to cause her sister a great deal of distress.
Kairi?
What? What is this?
Namine moved in to look at what she was reading, but Kairi deleted the email and closed her account. Namine knew her sister didn't use any autofill or remember me functions.
Is everything alright?
I'm fine.
Kairi suddenly snapped, causing Namine to stumble back.
I'm fine, okay? You go on ahead. I'll meet you at his office.
Kairi, what was that email?
Kairi stood up from her chair and gave a soft smile.
Everything is fine. I just misread something. Go ahead and get to Dad's office. I need to finish something first, and then I will follow you.
Namine didn't believe that for 1 second. Before she could even argue otherwise, Kairi added on.
I thought it was my teacher emailing me about a late assignment, but it was just a reminder about Monday's student council meeting. I gotta go over my notes real quick. Don't worry, I'm okay.
Namine wasn't sure about this for 1 second, but then her sister shut down the computer and grabbed her backpack and headed to her room, most likely to concentrate on her notes and then change clothes. Namine grabbed her heavy coat and bundled up to head outside. The snow was coming down lightly now, but it was still bitter cold. Namine tried to reassure herself that Kairi really was fine, and just being overworked as she always is. But it wasn't until she was on that bus that she remembered something very important. Her sister was a very good actress. Speaking of her sister, the moment Namine stepped out of the house, Kairi stepped out of her bedroom. She waited absolutely sure Namine was gone. Before she threw her notebooks across the room, she ran her hand through her red hair in frustration, shoulders heaving, manicured hands clenching around the backboard of a chair.
You bastard. I thought you weren't doing this anymore!
Vincent had been very quiet ever since they found the Eye of Shadows, insisting on staying in the tower to study up on the amulet Sora found his Saturday while roaming the cold streets. It was late in the afternoon. He was debating about getting a hot chocolate or heading to the library to catch up on some missed studying, when he saw this small crowd in front of the mayor's house. Mayor Nomura had moved his family into one of the few points in the city that could still have some class to it. No rundown building or simple suburban house. This was one of the few nicely restored Victorian buildings. We're talking about the ones that are kept in great shape, the ones that can draw envy from any of the people passing by. Sora would usually ignore it, but a worrying thought crossed his mind when he saw Namine and a small crowd of Kairi's friends pounding on the front door. Sora slipped through the front gate, which had been left open, and moved to the front walk.
Hey guys, what's going on? Is everything alright?
The group turned around with the level of surprise Sora was expecting.
What are you doing here?
I was thinking the exact same thing with you guys. What's going on? Is everything okay?
Everyone first seemed hesitant to speak to him until Namine answered him.
Kairi was supposed to be at my dad's office an hour ago. I called the others and they haven't seen her. So we all came back here to find her, but the door's locked and she won't answer.
Well, it's your house. Don't you have the house key?
Yeah, if I didn't accidentally leave it in the house.
Perfect.
Oh, maybe we can pick the lock or something.
It's a deadbolt lock, Yuffie. It won't work.
Well, at least I am coming up with ideas.
Tidus suddenly ran down the front walk, spun around, and crouched low.
All right, stand back, everyone. I'm gonna ram it.
Ram it? Are you insane?
Tidus, you just can't break down their door.
Yeah, look, I am with Riku. There is no way that you can't wait, Tidus! No, don't!
Everyone moved aside in time to watch Tidus ram his body into the door and bounce on his back on the front walk.
Holy crap! Are you okay?
Oh.
So much for that. Is there a back door or something?
Well, my dad did have an extension built onto the back, an indoor-outdoor patio. That door isn't protected by a bolt lock. We could get in from there.
Okay, great. I'll go around back and let you guys in.
Oh, no, you don't. Like we're going to let you go in all by yourself. We'll go around back and you stay here and pound on the front door. Keep trying to get Kairi's attention.
So basically you guys go in and leave me out in the cold.
Tempting.
Guys!
No, it's okay. Go ahead around back. I'll stay here.
Namine wanted to protest, but the others were pretty decided. Helping Tidus up, they trudged their way through the thick snow while Sora resumed pounding on the front door.
Kairi! Kairi, are you in there? You're worrying some of your friends, so if you are in there, you need to... Oh, Kairi, jeez. You had everyone in the worry. Now, if you could just open the door, and we could,
The reason why Sora trailed off was because when the door opened, it was indeed Kairi. But there was something very different about her. Her normally neatly brushed hair was messy looking. Her makeup application was very minor if non-existent. And most importantly, her article of clothing was only a t-shirt. That's it. Just a t-shirt. She looked more like she was ready to enjoy a day at the beach than building a snowman.
Kairi, if you were trying to pull a Rip Van Winkle and fall asleep until summer, it didn't work because it's still the middle of winter!
Kairi grabbed Sora and pulled him into the house, shutting the door behind him, and Sora suddenly felt like he stepped from the Arctic to the desert.
Holy crap, it is boiling in here!
Shedding off the heavy winter coats and scarves, he reduced himself down to his long-sleeved shirt, rolled up at the sleeves, and jeans.
Did you turn the thermostat way up or something?
Yep, I did.
Sora knew something was off. One thing, Kairi sounded way too cheery for her to be talking to him. And then, there was her stumbling all with her slight slur that had Sora reach a conclusion that he really didn't want to acknowledge.
Okay, Kairi, what is going on? Your sister is outside worrying about you. You were supposed to be at your dad's office or something?
I was?
Kairi stumbled over to a clock on the counter.
Oh, crap, I was! I completely forgot. Oh well.
Okay, that's new. So, what is going on here?
What's going on is that I am so tired of winter. The cold days, the snowfalls. It's annoying. I want a nice summer day, so I made one. Also, I finally get to see if this fits me.
Fits you? What fits?
At that moment, Kairi peeled off her t-shirt to reveal the bright yellow two-piece swimsuit she was wearing.
Oh, that's what fits you.
The only thing missing is sand. You can't have a beach without sand.
No, I suppose you can't.
But the bathtub makes a decent ocean. Come on! She
grabbed Sora's, and as those words sunk in, he recoiled from her as if she was a burning stove.
Wait, what? Whoa! No!
Oh, come on! Don't be such a buzzkill.
Kairi moved to him and grabbed his arm again. Then, like a kid with ADHD, she rapidly switched topics.
Whoa, man, you have rock-solid arms. Do you work out, Sora?
There it was. The moment she was close enough, Sora got the confirmation of the thing he didn't want to admit. Because the very action itself seemed near impossible for Sora.
Kairi, you're drunk!
What? No, I don't drunk, I am think.
If you were hoping that was gonna prove you are sober, then yeah, no.
Oh, Sora, you're so funny!
Kairi laughed as she pulled him closer for a hug.
Okay, whoa, personal space! Personal space! Personal space! Oh, figures you have to be the affection drunk and not the angry type. I can deal with you angry. Emotional maybe, but...
At that point, Sora heard the back door open and everyone else stepping inside.
Oh, thank God. Now I can stop freezing and get... Whoa! When did we step into the Bahamas?
Wow, it's warm in here.
Wakka complained as Namine went and adjusted the thermostat.
I didn't realize you like to be baked in your own house.
Wasn't like this when I left.
Namine trailed off, her eyes widening when she saw her sister in a swimsuit being all clingy to Sora Shimomura, who quickly and gently pushed Kairi away from him, only for her to go back in once again. The others stared with equally surprised expressions.
What the hell are you doing?
Damn, you move fast. I mean, yeah, what are you doing?
Okay, guys, you gotta listen to me for a moment. This is gonna sound really crazy, but Kairi is drunk.
Oh, come on. You expect us to believe that one?
At that point, Kairi noticed the others were here, skipped over to the couch and sat herself on the headrest.
Hey guys! Do you think it's kind of cute Sora's such a scaredy cat and won't hold my hand?
Okay, we apparently do believe it.
Namine looked at her sister as she fell into the couch with a
wee.
She moved over to her and began checking her over.
Kairi, it's me. What happened?
Oh, hey, Namine! Gosh, your hair is so pretty. How do you get it so blonde?
The others needed no convincing. Their expressions had matched Sora's. Disbelief and shock.
How did this even happen?
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb here.
Wakka reached out below the computer desk by the door and picked up a few bottles of beer.
And say this was the cause.
What happened? Did something happen this morning?
No, nothing I can... Wait, her email. She was reading her email and got all funny.
She looked over to the computer.
She deleted it before I got to see. Kairi, what was on?
In a rather comical moment, Kairi had fallen straight to sleep, with the others still trying to recover from the complete oddity of it all.
Well, since we're gonna be here for a while, anybody want a drink?
The others threw him a look.
Oh, too soon?
Kairi would look back on this day as the day she would never drink again. Her first hangover was as awful as she predicted. It was 3 o'clock when she stumbled out of her bedroom, wincing from every light and sound as she moved into the kitchen, and found all her friends sitting by the table.
Hey, Kairi.
Not so loud.
Oh, sorry. Hey, Kairi, how you feeling?
Like hell.
Sitting at the counter, Kairi looked down at the robe she wrapped around herself.
What happened?
Well, when you didn't show up, I called the others and we came back here looking for you.
Yeah, you...
Not so loud.
Sorry. Yeah, you had apparently turned the thermostat way up and decided to walk around in your, swimsuit.
My swimsuit? Which one?
The yellow one? The one you felt uncomfortable about wearing?
Okay, great. I paraded that thing around in front of my friends.
Kairi eyed Yuffie's uncomfortable expression with some slight dread.
Well, yeah, you did, but we didn't get into the house until after he did.
He? He who?
At that moment, Sora stepped out from the hall after having used the bathroom, and when Kairi laid her eyes on him, she suddenly felt even worse than before.
Wait. He was here when...
Well, glad to see you're back to your usual self.
Sora smirked as he sat down at the counter.
No offense. The other Kairi kinda creeped me out.
Yeah, she creeped us all out.
Riku turned over to her.
Care to explain what happened?
Riku's question was not met with an answer, but an uncomfortable silence that loomed over everyone. Even Namine was staring at her expectantly for an answer. Kairi looked around at them and stood up from her chair.
I'm taking a shower.
Leaving that to be final, she made her way down the hall, everyone else giving frustrated groans. Wakka turning on the TV in her room to watch the reports. Sora, though, had doubled back down the hall to her. As he got close enough, she stopped and turned around to him.
What are you doing?
Oh, just making sure that you're gonna be alright. No offense, but you're still kinda wobbly. If you slip, you're gonna hurt yourself. So I'm just gonna stand out here and make sure you're fine.
I think you've seen enough skin for one day, haven't you?
Kairi retorted, even though her own retort caused her cheeks to flush red.
Oh, for the love of... Look, it's not about that, okay? I'm just trying to make sure that you don't hurt yourself.
Hey, guys?
Sure, Sora. Maybe you've forgotten yesterday, but I said that I have a lot to get over before you and I have any level of trust.
Maybe you also forgot that I saved your life yesterday.
Guys!
They would have ignored it, but Tidus' voice sounded way too insistent to ignore. The two of them walked back down to the kitchen where everyone was suddenly transfixed by the news report on the TV. Namine turned over to her sister and both of them knew something was very wrong.
Kairi.
Her worried tone was only punctuated by the volume of the TV, which Wakka had turned up. Sora gave a soft gasp when he saw his mother on the screen, giving a report in front of the mayor's office.
For those just turning in, we have learned that as of 10 minutes ago, several armed men stormed into the mayor's office and are holding the mayor and his wife hostage. We have no word on the safety of their 2 daughters. Police are arriving on the scene and... Wait, Hold on. The station is telling me there's a live stream going on right now from the mayor's office. We're going to try and put it on screen.
The image flickered out and switched to the streaming video. On it was a man adorned in military-grade gear whose face was obscured by a dark red hood. He had various guns hanging on his belt and a sword across his back. Kairi and Namine recognized this room as their dad's office. He was standing in front of their father's desk, and suddenly both girls felt ill.
Citizens of our fair city, before I get into the uncomfortable stuff, I would like to take a moment and praise the DD Vigilante's message this morning. Truly inspiring. It makes us all root for the underdog, doesn't it? I found it very moving myself. Moving enough to stage this little, uncomfortable demonstration to everyone. None of us really want to do this, but with that fellow with the fiery skull now roaming the city, we stayed quiet for a while, gathering our resources and time. You see, though, we feel like people are losing their proper respect for us, and I just want to reiterate what should be common knowledge. We rule Hell's Highway. But you all seem to have forgotten that, so now we're expanding our territory. So here's the deal, Mr. DD. You're going to come to the mayor's office, alone, and show the world why vigilantism is dangerous. I'm sure you're wondering, what incentive does he have to come and face his death? Well, you see, our friend has a little secret he doesn't want people to know about. So if he's not here in the next hour, that secret will be out for everyone to hear. The second reason, I believe the beautiful Miss Shimomura just brought up the safety of the mayor's lovely young daughters. That's being handled right now.
Sora's eyes widen and he breaks into a run to the front window. Pausing for a moment, he pushes open the curtains to see 3 gray vans with men in dark red hoods jumping out. Soon a woman was stepping out with half of her hair shaved. The other side had her dark black hair up to her ear. She was dressed a bit more uniquely than the others and had this temptress vibe about her, even with their heavy fur coats on.
Got to love military-grade hardware. The heat signatures marked 7 people inside. What do you think? How do you want to handle this, Troll?
The man she was speaking to was bigger in size than his partner, and was carrying 2 AK-47s.
Lords didn't say he needed them breathing. If they survive this, we'll take them in. If not, it doesn't matter. The message has been sent.
My thoughts exactly.
She responds as he throws her one of the guns. The 2 of them kick down the front gate with an unnatural strength, and Sora's eyes widen as the 2 of them lift their guns to the house.
We are Death Watch, and you have been warned.
Everybody down!